Hello, Honors Algebra. Mr. Lawrence here with your flipped lesson for Wednesday, February 29th. Now we're going to look at some pretty advanced factoring techniques here. We're going to use the trinomial method, but the problems are going to be kind of large. Now remember how Mr. Lawrence thinks about this. Keep it simple. All right, let's say we have 56x squared plus 127x plus 72. This is going to be a big problem. Many people can't do this in their head. You know what? I don't know that I could do this in my head. Maybe back in the day I might have been able to, but definitely not anymore. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list the factors of 56. I'm going to list 1 and 56. I'm going to list 2 and 28. 3 does not go in. You know how I know? 5 plus 6 is 11. 3 doesn't go into 11. 3 doesn't go into 56. By the way, that trick only works for 3s and 9s. You can't do that with any other numbers that I'm aware of. 4 is going to go in. I think I talked about this in the other video. If I double 2, I get 4. Then I have to cut 28 in half, and I'll get 14. Notice how the pairs are quickly converging. 1 and 56 were pretty far apart. 2 and 28 got closer. 4 and 14 are getting closer. They're converging towards some kind of center. When I hit that center, I'll know I'm done factoring. All right, I'll check 5. 5 is not going to go in. 6 isn't going to go in because 3 doesn't go in. For 6 to go in, 2 would have to go in, which it does, but then 3 would also have to go in because 2 times 3 is 6. All right, 7 is going to go in, and 7 times 8 is 56. And now I know I'm done because there are no whole numbers between 7 and 8. So I have all those factors. Now I need the factors of 72. All right, so I'm going to do 1. Oops, I'm not in right mode. 1 and 72. All right, 2 and 36. 3 is going to go in. 7 plus 2 is 9. Right? All right, let me see. It's going to be 24, I believe. Yeah, that's right. Okay, 4. Yeah, I think 4 is going in there. If I double 2, I have to cut that in half. It's going to be 18. Notice I cut that in half, divide by 2, right? Because times 2. The less you use a calculator, the stronger the potential for your number sense. 5's not going to go in. 6, I think, will go in. You know how I know? 2 and 3 both go in. All right. It's going to go 12 times. And I don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but 2 and 3 go in, 36, 24. If I subtract those, I get 12. I just happened to notice that for the first time. I wonder if that works on other ones. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. All right, 7 is not going to go in, but 8 times 9 is 72. And there are no whole numbers between 8 and 9, so now I know I have all my possible factors. All right, I'm going to get rid of this little note here because it's in my way. And going to be a little guess and check involved here, but I am going to find pairs of factors that add to make positive 127. All right, well, let me see here. I know I'm going to be adding. I know everything's going to be positive, so I can immediately rule out anything where I might get a number larger than 127 and multiplying. For example, 56 and 72 multiplied is way more than 127. I won't even consider that. Now, 56 plus 72, no, that's not 127, so I know that I won't use these pairs. All right. Let me go with, excuse me, I'm just going down the line. I'm going to compare the 1 and 56 with the 2 and 36. Well, I definitely can't go 56 times 36. 56 times 2 would be 112 plus 30. No, that's not even close. You know, I got a feeling I might do better starting somewhere in the middle. Let me just take a random guess here and say, what about 8 times 8? That's going to be 64, right? And 7 times 9 is 63. So I'm going to multiply 7 times 9. I'm going to multiply 8 times 8. I'm going to add, and look at that, I'm going to add upwards 7, 127. That's what I was looking for. All right, so here's how this is going to fall apart. I'm going to need 2 quantities, right? These are my x squareds. So I'm going to put a 7x and an 8x. I multiply the 8 by 8. I'll multiply by the 8 by 8. multiply the 7 by the 9. I'm going to multiply 7 by the 9. All right, now if I can't remember what my signs are, I got a plus in the middle and a plus in the back. The middle sign comes like a Wendy's double stack. It's going to show up twice. Boom, boom. If I'm not sure of my answer, I can always FOIL to check it, but I know that is the correct answer. Look at that. All right, pretty advanced stuff. Pretty advanced stuff. But if you have a good understanding of factoring and a good understanding of your multiplication facts, that is not a difficult problem. All right, let's look at another one here. Let's say this time I have 50x squared plus 75x minus 108. I know that because that 108 is negative, I'm going to be subtracting. I'm going to be subtracting to get a positive 75. But first I have to list my factors of 50. Oh, my factors of 50 are 1 and 50, 2 and 25, 3 does not go in, 4 does not go in evenly, 5 and 10, 6 won't go in, 7 won't go in evenly, 8 won't go in evenly, 9 won't go in evenly. I'm done. There are my factors of 50. My factors of 108, 1 and 108, 2 and 54. All right, 3 is definitely going in. You know how I know? 1 plus 0 plus 8 is 9. 3 goes into 9, therefore 3 goes into 108. Okay, by the way, it also means 9 is going to go in too. So let me see how many times 3 is going to go in there. 3 is going to go into 10 3 times. I think 36, yeah. 4 should go in, yeah, because 2 goes in and got an even number. 4 didn't go into this one. 2 went in 25 times. That's not an even number. I can't cut 25 in half evenly. So that's why 4 doesn't go into the 50, but it does go into the 108. Half of 54 is 27. 5's not going to go in. 6 should go in. 6 should go in. Now before I said that I subtracted, and let me see if I subtract this, I think I'm going to get 18. I'm just going to write 18 over here, and I'm going to do the long division and see if it works. 108 divided by 6, I'm going to go 148. Oh, that's pretty cool. I just discovered something new I didn't know before. So 18 times. All right, 7 isn't going to go in. All right, 8 isn't going to go in because if 4 went in an odd number of times, and I can't split an odd number of times evenly. Dividing by 2, it doesn't come out to an even number. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so 8's not going to go in. 9, I said already, had to go in. Now look, if I triple that times 3, then I could divide that by 3, and I'll get 12. All right, 10's not going to go in. 11 will not go in, and 12's already accounted for. There are all the factors. Yeah, there's a boatload of them. There is a boatload of them. All right, well, let's see here. Ooh, I have a 7 down there, and a 7 doesn't belong because 7 doesn't go in evenly. So let me put that 9 in there. All right, now I need to subtract whatever products I get to get positive 75. Let me see here. 650, I'm sorry, 150 minus 36. No, that's in the hundreds. 120 minus 45. Ooh, look at that. I got a 120 and a 45. I think that's a possibility. 120 minus 45. 5. Yep, there we go. All right, so here's how it factors. I make my 2 quantities. These are the ones with x. I get a 5x and a 10x. All right, the 10 goes with the 12. The 10 goes with the 12. The 5 goes with the 9. The 5 goes with the 9. Now, the 120, when I did 120 minus 45, the 120 was positive. 120 is here, the 12 is positive. The 45 is negative, that's a negative. And notice I got a plus in the front and a minus in the back. All right, in that case, I'm going to get one of each sign. All right, one more example, and then this video will be over. This is taking a little bit longer, but these problems are a little trickier. All right, last one, 24x squared minus 2x minus 77. On this one, I want you to pause. The factors aren't quite as large. Pause, see if you can come up with the right answer on your own. When you're done, you want to see my answer? Go ahead and unpause it. All right, if you're watching at this point, I'm going to assume that you are ready to see my solution. First, I notice my factors are 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Okay, my 77, 1 and 77. 2 doesn't work, 3 doesn't work, 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 6, no, 7 and 11. 8 won't go in evenly, 9 won't go in evenly, and 10 won't. There you go. I'm going to subtract to get -2. All right, this should probably be pretty easy. Look at this right here. That's a 42, right? And this is a 44. To get -2, I need a positive 42 minus a 44. I am ready to factor. All right, so my quantities, these are my x numbers. I got a 4x and a 6x, and 6 goes with 7, so 6 goes with 7. 4 goes with 11, so 4 goes with 11. All right, the 44 is negative. Well, that would be this. The 42 is positive, and there you go. We are done. Mr. Lawrence, out.